Hi, my name is Andy, and I want to do a quick video to show folks who live in southeast Georgia how to grow a nice vegetable garden. Not that I'm any kind of great gardener or anything, but we've had a lot of success, and I like to eat, so I grow things that I like to eat, and we've done well that way. My wife Sherry has got the camera, and if you look, my garden is not all that big. It's about 60 feet long by about 35 feet wide, and we've got a lot of goodies coming up. We generally start our garden, we like to see green coming out of the ground by St. Patrick's Day. In this case, this year we started with small plants, and those plants are available at any garden store, and it took us about a week to plant everything, and it's now the middle of May, so you can see everything is in its ripest, just getting ready to start ripening. It's starting to produce fruit, and we're going to have a wonderful crop. At the very end are cucumbers, and you can see in my hand we picked about 4 or 5 gallons of cucumbers that we made into pickles, and we'll do another video about the pickles. My wife's going to show you one of the gallons of pickles over there. And we start each year, we make rows. We grow our plants in rows, and the rows should be elevated. Each row should start out being elevated about a foot to 18 inches. As time goes on, each row will get beaten down by the weather and rain and things like that, but you want to start 12 to 18 inches high. Tomatoes are a wonderful crop. They do real well here where we live in Savannah, Georgia, and they do real well. We grow them now up against a wall so they don't get sun all day long. It just gets so hot here in the middle of June that we found it's better if they get 75% sun instead of 100% of the sun all day long. You'll also notice that we put bird netting over the top of our tomatoes so that the squirrels won't eat them. The squirrels and varmints will absolutely decimate your tomatoes around here unless you do something to fight them off. And we have found that, see this little stuff here, it's called bird netting. You can get it anywhere. You got to build a little frame to put it on. But the squirrels and raccoons will just eat every tomato. And what they'll do that's so frustrating is they'll wait till that tomato gets exactly red. You'll be watching those tomatoes, and the day they get red, you'll come out to pick them, and the squirrel have already eaten them. So they're watching your plants too. These are some nice tomatoes. These are patio tomatoes. We haven't covered them much up yet. These little flowers on the top are what will turn into your tomatoes, and you can see there's a whole batch of them down here. I don't know how well you can see them, but there's probably 30 tomatoes right in there that are getting ready to start turning red. If you'll look down here, to the far side of our garden is eggplants. There are 3 rows right here of potatoes. These are regular white potatoes. There's a row of jalapeno peppers. There's a row of cayenne peppers and some yellow hot banana peppers. Right behind my wife here, these are black-eyed peas. Up in front, now behind my wife, is okra. Those little plants are okra. I just planted those a few days ago. These are green salad peppers, bell peppers, so to speak. And if you look down there at the south end of the field, you'll see a huge thing of green plants. Those are cucumber plants, pickling cucumber plants. We just love to grow cucumbers. They do real well here. We plant a crop, like I say, in the middle of March, then we plant another crop about 6 weeks later, because in Georgia it gets so hot in the middle of June or July that sometimes the plants grow dormant, and if you play your cards right, they'll come back in the beginning of August, and you'll have a second crop. We always plant a late crop so that we'll have cucumbers all summer long. These plants right here that have this ugly white powder on them, this is squash. We've already started producing squash. These plants developed a little fungus. You can see that's the fungus right there, a little white mildew fungus, and we had to spray them with some special stuff to help get rid of that fungus. But you see, all these yellow flowers will turn into squash, and these plants are just loaded with squash, getting ready to be picked in about a week. You have to fertilize your plants about every 2 weeks, and what I have found, my friend Frank told me that one of the best things to use is chicken manure, and that's been very successful. Chicken manure is always very good on your plants. And you don't have to have a big garden. One of the best gardeners I know, Edwin, has a very small garden, but boy, his garden is always just beautiful, and he's got beautiful vegetables every year. So you don't have to have a big garden. Sometimes it's better to have a small garden, and you go from there. We'd like to thank you for watching our video, and we'll film another video in a few days. We'll put it on YouTube or whatever that thing's called, YouTube, and we'll show you how to make pickles from your cucumbers. Very easy. I do it every day, and it's a great thing, and everybody loves them. Bye-bye.